The last time Apple celebrated the 10th anniversary of anything, we got a completely new design for an iPhone and the new price tag. So it totally makes sense for a certain batch of rumors that claim that it's time for the Apple Watch. As opposed to all the S years from the iPhone, the Apple Watch has maintained a predictable change in series every year, and if we're honest, we haven't really seen anything major since Series 7. Sure, the Ultra has brought a new breath to the lineup, but it doesn't change the fact that the best-selling variants are the regular ones, and rumors have some major changes coming later this year. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and it's time for another deep dive, this time with Apple Watch Series 10. Let's start with the Apple Watch Series 10 or X according to some rumors and begin with the design. Apple is reportedly planning a major update. According to CAD renders obtained by 91 Mobiles that we hear are sourced from industry insiders, this new model could feature a larger 2-inch display. For context, the Series 9 is a 1.7-inch panel and the Apple Watch Ultra boasts a 1.93-inch diagonal panel, making this a potential screen size that even makes it larger than the Ultra. The rumored dimensions of this device are approximately 46 by 39.7 by 11.6 millimeters, though nobody's counting, making it larger overall compared to Series 9, but then somehow smaller than the Ultra. The design shown in the renders resembles the Series 9, featuring a digital crown, side button, and the square display with rounded corners. To make matters more credible, Apple fame analyst Ming-Chi Kuo has also weighed in, suggesting that Series 10 will be thinner and offer larger screen size options than previous models. He indicates that the screen sizes could increase from 41 to 45 millimeters and from 45 to 49 millimeters, while maintaining a slimmer profile. For comparison, the Apple Watch Ultra currently has 49 millimeters in case size. So yeah, it seems everyone agrees a sleeker design with a larger display on not that much of a change footprint are expected overall. Maybe one of the most controversial changes is we're hearing that this update could bring also changes to the band system. If you were one of the many that invested good money on Apple's original bands, then yeah, it might seem like a logical thing for the Apple Watch to support these for a good amount of time, though it seems 10 years was enough. According to Mark Gurman, Apple is planning a major redesign in this as well. Since the new Apple Watch is expected to be thinner and have a slimmer case, the company might also change how the bands attach. Currently, these slide to lock, but now we hear Cupertino might use magnets. There is a rumored positive purpose, though, as this new way of attaching the bands could make more room inside the watch for bigger batteries and other parts. Yes, this will come at the expense of your current investment, but hey, it is what it is. One thing Apple has been addressing pretty well is efficiency, and we hear that's part of the special sauce for this launch. Apple is rumored to be using a new low-energy OLED panel for the next Apple Watch to reduce power consumption for its always-on display. Now, the acronyms on the rumors don't go beyond LTPO, along with TFT. That's not new by any means, but we'll see what we hear during the launch. Currently, Apple Watch displays use LTPO and TFT in some parts, relying mostly on low-temperature polycrystalline silicon, meaning LTPS technology. If the update involves using more LTPO, this should result in low energy leakage and more stable operation and low refresh rates, which could mean that the watch will use less power and might have longer battery life. Now, when it comes to software, we do hear some positive changes in health features. According to Mark Gurman, Apple plans to add a new blood pressure monitoring system to this new Apple Watch. This feature will alert users if their blood pressure is rising, and unlike traditional methods that use an inflatable cuff around the upper arm, Apple's system is expected to measure the speed of the heartbeat wave through the arteries by using sensors. Initially, it might not give exact systolic and diastolic measurements, but it will help users track their blood pressure trends. And listen, I'm just reading the report. By no means am I an expert on the term, so forgive me if I most likely butchered them. We even hear this new system is expected to detect episodes of hypertension or abnormally high blood pressure, according to Gurman. The system will even allow users to note what they were doing when the hypertension occurred, which could help with medical diagnosis. And then to avoid misdiagnosis, is the Apple Watch will advise users to consult their doctor or use a traditional cuff for precise systolic and diastolic measurements. I tried that again. Another change we hear for this year is Apple's introduction of a sleep apnea detection feature. And sleep apnea is a disorder where breathing temporarily stops more often than normal during sleep, leading to low blood oxygen levels and sleep deprivation. I know a lot of people that deal with this. Symptoms include loud snoring and choking noises during sleep. According to a Bloomberg report from November 2023, the Apple Watch will use sleep history and breathing patterns to estimate if someone has sleep apnea and will then recommend that users see a physician for further evaluation. Now, for those wondering about the Apple Watch Ultra 3, well, that might also get interesting, sort of. We really weren't expecting much given how new the Apple Watch Ultra is, but if Apple plans to redo the watch band design, it does make sense for us to see a new change. There's a rumor that's catching people's attention from TrendForce that's claiming that the next model might be even bigger than the current design, and which makes sense since the Apple Watch 10 or Series 10 is getting bigger in display size compared to the Ultra 2. The report from December 2023 says the Apple Watch Ultra 3 could have a screen that's 10% bigger, around 2.12 inches diagonal, though it's hard to tell if to achieve this, all they're doing is shrinking the borders on the existing one. But we're not sure yet if Apple plans to shrink borders around the screen to fit more of a display or just make space some other way. When it comes to specs, it seems that the new Ultra 3 might not bring some exciting stuff. Heck, even Ming-Chi Kuo warned existing users not to expect many changes on the upcoming watches, but then has been trailing down those rumors and now admitting that there could be something coming. Some reported we might get a new and far more expensive and brighter micro LED display, but reports from Kuo called this project delayed due to supplier issues, probably until 2026. Other reports claim that Apple found a solution, so we'll see about that. And then other internals might mimic whatever we get on the Series 10, which we're expecting to be an even more efficient chip to the S9 that we currently have, which is pretty awesome. Now, as for the price and release date, Apple has been very predictable, but then again, this is a special year. When the first Apple Watch was announced in September 2014, we had to wait until April 2015 for the launch. And listen, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but who knows? We're also hoping these major design changes won't warrant a price bump, but the iPhone X was not a good indication of that. If you remember, that's precisely when the $1,000 phone was born. I'd say set your calendars for September on a very similar price tag unless Apple plans to launch the Watch Series 10 as a special device along with the existing lineup like the company did with the iPhone X so many years ago. To conclude, let me just say that I'm pretty excited, and it's actually not just because of the hardware. watchOS 11 finally brings the progressive training I've wanted to find on an Apple Watch to, I don't know, make the jump to a decent alternative to the $1,000 Garmin's that I've used for training for half marathons. To add this feature to a far more futuristic piece of hardware would be a treat. But then again, this only means that the new series could bring extra hardware that pushes the envelope even further. Let me know if you agree with our assessment in the comments down below, and while you're at it, follow us on social media, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on my personal handles to see me want this watch more than ever. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.